Hey guys, my name's Bridget and today I'm going to be talking about Spider-Man Far From Home. If you don't know what Spider-Man Far From Home is, where have you been? It's the newest Marvel movie, part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, with Tom Holland and Zendaya and Jake Gyllenhaal, a bunch of other cool people. It's really great. Highly recommend you go check it out. This is going to have spoilers, so if you haven't seen the movie, go check it out because it's really great and I loved it. And come back and talk about it with me. So, you've seen the movie. I love the beginning. I loved how Homecoming did the beginning with Spider-Man vlogging his trip and going to Civil War and like his vlogging behind the scenes of that. It was beautiful. And I didn't think they could top that. But then they did the In Memoriam and it was in Comic Sans. And then they showed these photos of all of the Avengers. It's beautiful and it's hilarious and it's on the school news. I love school news is covering this and they're just like, some crazy stuff's happening here. It's great, guys. I loved it. I thought Mysterio was a really great villain, probably one of my favorite villains in the MCU. They did such a good job setting it up. I knew going into it that he was going to be a villain because everyone online is like, Mysterio is Spider-Man's biggest villain and yet he seems like a good guy here. What's happening? The bar scene when everything was fake pretty much, I was shook. I didn't see that coming and it happened and I was like, what just happened? And I knew he was gonna be a villain. And then they had that whole sequence where he was explaining how all of this came to pass. The tech is terrifying and fantastic. I did feel like that scene where he was explaining all the different people's roles and him coming up and growing as a villain and like being able to come into this, act like he's a hero and everything. I thought that scene went on for a bit too long. It was good that he was explaining it because you want to make sure everything is like situated and you know like this is why and this is how it came to be. I thought it was a bit long because they just kept going. And there are also people online who are like, oh my god, Tony Stark was terrible. Why are they doing this? They're tarnishing his memory. Mysterio's a villain, guys. Come on, we can't trust his side of the story. Obviously, that's not what happened. It's really opinionated, and he's not going to say that he did something wrong when he actually probably did. The scene where Peter realizes and goes to tell Fury what happened, and then he tricks Peter into thinking this is all real, and then he fights Peter, and then he goes into like this illusion world. Crazy. I died. It was so real and amazing. The CGI was fantastic. I don't know how they did it, how it kept rolling into the next thing. That was fantastic. Honestly, they should get an Oscar for that. At the end of that scene, when Peter thought he came back to the real world and saw Fury shot Mysterio, I was like, no, this is not real. Peter, don't believe it. And he did, and then he got thrown into a train and I was just freaking out. I was like, what? How can I do this? Babe. I love Ned and Betty's relationship. It was just so funny, and every time they talked to each other and every time Peter saw them together, I died laughing. What a great couple. We stand. Like, Ned in this movie was fantastic. He was such a great friend, but also his relationship with Betty and how he was like, I'm a man now. I love them together. They're so cute, and it was just so funny. Their whole relationship that lasted over the vacation, and then they're like, okay, bye. Fantastic stuff. The whole thing about him wanting to attack Brad and then the drone strike sequence because he doesn't understand Edith, I love it. It was so funny. Brad was such a funny character, and at the end how he was like, guys, isn't it suspicious how Peter just disappears all the time? You really tried, Brad. It's not gonna work out. Okay, let's talk about Edith. Even dead, I'm the hero. I love Tony Stark with a passion. He's fantastic and Edith was great. My heart. I love that he left it to Peter, obviously, because Peter is going to rise up and take over the mantle, even though he's not gonna be Iron Man. Like, he's gonna kind of take over. It gave me so many feels. Tony made this and he's giving it to you. It's his last wishes. Oh my god, I'm dead. I love Tony so much, guys. MJ and Peter's relationship was really cute and awkward and I really liked it. I thought it was done really well and it made it really gratifying at the end for them to finally have their moment and have them kiss and have them tell each other their feelings. I thought that really was the payoff from the rest of the movie because there's the whole, oh, you're Spider-Man. And that's totally why I was watching you and it wasn't any other reason. Just how awkward they were with each other. It really made the payoff at the end when they finally told each other and they both liked each other. That really came through and you were like, yes, they're finally getting together. The Flash live streaming everything. Peak Gen Z culture, thank you. One thing I really wish they had included was when I saw the end where he's revealed as Spider-Man, we'll talk about that in a hot second. I really wanted the last end credit scene after all the credits rolled be us seeing Flash looking at his phone or television or whatever and seeing that Peter is Spider-Man, have him realize that. Because there's so many jokes throughout the movie of him making fun of Peter and also being like, I love Spider-Man, like Spider-Man's my best friend, oh my god, Spider-Man follows me, and him being like, I hate you, Peter, and just being like, you're poor. I just really wanted that last end credit scene to be him realizing and being like, what? Because he has to kind of come to terms that these two people are the same person. It would kind of continue that other end credit scene and make us really want to see the next movie and see how he's going to finally interact with Peter now that he knows that his hero Spider-Man is the guy who he makes fun of on a daily basis. That comedic element would have really paid off because that was a joke that was continuously through the movie. Sure, the whole world knows and there's going to be a lot of consequences from that, but really all I wanted to see was Flash's reaction to it because of the juxtaposition of his feelings for those people. Mr. Harrington's really out there just trying to do his best and lead his class on a field trip, and I appreciate him so much. What a great character. I think my favorite moment of the film is when Peter has the conversation with Happy on the Quinjet, talking about how everyone expects someone to rise up and take Tony's place, how he can't live up to Iron Man, and then Happy being like, yeah, Tony couldn't even really live up to himself sometimes. It's okay, you're gonna get through it. Just that whole moment where they were talking and having a heart-to-heart, it was beautiful. I thought their relationship was really great, and also just knowing from where Happy comes from and how he's had such experience with Tony, and then having Happy watch him start to build his new suit and seeing Happy's reaction, you can obviously tell he's reminded of Tony when watching Peter build his new suit. And it's just such a moment. It made me think of Tony Stark, and it made me think of Peter, their bond, and Happy's bond with both of them, and it just made me really happy, and it was really cute, and I loved it. The feelings in that scene were like at an all-time high. Yes, he's not gonna replace Iron Man, no one can. He's gonna do his best to help the world, and that's what really matters. Him kind of realizing that, not necessarily replace Iron Man, but like kind of rise up and take his position in the world and know that he has the ability to affect the world and like help people. I thought they did a really good job balancing the drama and the comedy, like when Fury was in Peter's room and when Happy and Peter are having this moment on the Quinjet, and how it's disrupted by the comedy so it's not too serious with all the people coming into Peter's room and knocking on his door and being like, God, how many more people are gonna knock on this door? And then Happy being like, so like, what are we gonna do right now? Because we're just hovering over this field of flowers. I thought that was really good to break up the drama because you don't want it to be super heavy because it's Spider-Man, it's supposed to be fun and light. And yes, there are these dramatic moments, but it is broken up by the comedy that really gets weaved well into the story. Now we're getting to the end credit scenes. A lot happened in them. For one, the J. Jonah Jameson cameo. I'm so glad they brought him back for this scene. If they had tried to replace him, I don't think it would have worked out as well. When he came on screen, everyone in my theater clapped. When everyone was talking about how it was going to be the multiverse theory, when I was looking at the trailers, I was like, I really hope they get Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield and just have a moment with all three of them. They're like, Spider-Man. That would have been really cool. And then when you watch the movie, obviously they're not doing the multiverse theory. He's obviously from their Earth and everything, and they just made up this whole lie about it. When that didn't happen, I was very sad. But it was good that they had this callback to the previous Spider-Man movies in that moment, and it made me really happy. And I was glad they gave a nod to the past Spider-Man movies. We're gonna talk about the final end credit scene. I liked it. It was good to see like kind of where Fury is, and that wasn't him. He wasn't getting tricked that easily. Okay, it's time. We're gonna talk about the mid-credits end scene when it's revealed to the world Spider-Man is Peter Parker. How can they force us to wait several years until the next Spider-Man movie comes out, continue, and find out what happens to Peter? They leave us on such a cliffhanger. I just want to know what happens. Like with Tony Stark telling everyone he's Iron Man is a different kind of deal. Also, Spider-Man's being accused of killing a bunch of people, but like whatever, because he chose to do that and like it was his choice and like he can deal with it and he's really famous already. But with Peter, I'm like, his school has to react to this, Flash has to react to this. I need to know what happens now. And now I gotta wait several more years before they make another Spider-Man movie to find out how it goes. I'm so sad. So yes, I really did enjoy Spider-Man Far From Home. I thought it was a really good addition to the Spider-Man universe and the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Made me love Spider-Man even more now. I already loved Spider-Man a whole lot, so it was hard to do that, but it did it. I thought Mysterio was really great. I thought he was a really great villain. I was like, how is he gonna defeat him? And then he used the Spidey sense, his Peter Tingle. I love how supportive Aunt May is, so I love her relationship with Happy. I love how they don't really know what they are yet. I'd probably give it an A. I would say an A+. I just really want to know Flash's reaction, and a little bit of the Mysterio info dumping was kind of rough. Like a high A. Whatever the cutoff is between an A and an A+, it's right there. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel because I make review videos on movies like this frequently. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed watching me ramble on about Spider-Man for a while. I really love Spider-Man. Let me know down in the comments what your favorite moment from Spider-Man Far From Home is. Check out that other Marvel video I did where I made fun of all the movies because I love them. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video, which will be up very soon. So see you guys then. Okay, bye!